All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. We loved with a love that was more than love. Those who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. I have great faith in fools, self-confidence my friends will call it. I was never really insane except upon occasions when my heart was touched. I have absolutely no pleasure in the stimulants in which I sometimes so madly indulge. It has not been in the pursuit of pleasure that I have periled life and reputation and reason. It has been the desperate attempt to escape from torturing memories, from a sense of insupportable loneliness and a dread of some strange impending doom. There is no exquisite beauty without some strangeness in the proportion. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. The true genius shudders at incompleteness, imperfection, and usually prefers silence to saying the something, which is not everything that should be said. Believe nothing you hear, and only one half that you see. From childhood's hour I have not been, as others were, I have not seen, as others saw, I could not awaken, my heart to joy at the same tone, and all I loved alone. Sleep, those little slices of death, how I loathe them. Never to suffer would never to have been blessed. I became insane, with long intervals of horrible sanity. Years of love have been forgot in the hatred of a minute. Words have no power to impress the mind without the exquisite horror of their reality. And all I loved alone. All religion, my friend, is simply evolved out of fraud, fear, greed, imagination, and poetry. Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled, whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence, whether much that is glorious. Whether all that is profound does not spring from disease of thought, from moods of mind, exalted at the expense of the general intellect. If you wish to forget anything on the spot, make a note that this thing is to be remembered. I wish I could write as mysterious as a cat. Deep in earth my love is lying. There are some secrets which do not permit themselves to be told. It is by no means an irrational fancy that, in a future existence, we shall look upon what we think our present existence as a dream. I felt that I breathed an atmosphere of sorrow. Beauty of whatever kind, in its supreme development, invariably excites the sensitive soul to tears. And so being young and dipped in folly, I fell in love with melancholy. Invisible things are the only realities. I have no faith in human perfectibility. I think that human exertion will have no appreciable effect upon humanity. Man is now only more active, not more happy nor more wise than he was 6,000 years ago. The death of a beautiful woman is, unquestionably, the most poetical topic in the world. Science has not yet taught us if madness is or is not the sublimity of the intelligence. I remained too much inside my head and ended up losing my mind. A dream within a dream. Take this kiss upon the brow, and, in parting from you now, thus much let me avow, You are not wrong who deem that my days have been a dream. Yet if hope has flown away, in a night or in a day, in a vision or in none, is it therefore the less gone? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. I stand amid the roar of a surf-tormented shore, and I hold within my hand grains of the golden sand. How few, yet how they creep through my fingers to the deep. While I weep, O God, can I not grasp them with a tighter clasp? O God, can I not save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream? Every moment of the night, forever changing places, and they put out the starlight with the breath from their pale faces. With me poetry has not been a purpose, but a passion. I dread the events of the future, not in themselves, but in their results. That which you mistake for madness is but an over-acuteness of the senses. To elevate the soul, poetry is necessary. It is a happiness to wonder, it is a happiness to dream. The boundaries which divide life from death are at best shadowy and vague. Who shall say where the one ends and where the other begins? Now this is the point. You fancy me a madmen know nothing, but you should have seen me. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded. I intend to put up with nothing that I can put down. I would define, in brief, the poetry of words as the rhythmical creation of beauty. There are chords in the hearts of the most reckless which cannot be touched without emotion. You are not wrong who deem that my days have been a dream. Yet if hope has flown away, in a night or in a day, in a vision or in none, is it therefore the less gone? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Yet mad I am not ... and very surely do I not dream. From childhood's hour I have not been, as others were I have not seen, as others saw I could not bring, my passions from a common spring, from the same source I have not taken. My sorrow I could not awaken, my heart to joy at the same tone, and all I loved alone. Then in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life was drawn. From every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still, from the torrent or the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled, in its autumn tint of gold, from the lightning in the sky, as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm, and the cloud that took the form of a demon in my view. To die laughing must be the most glorious of all glorious deaths. Those who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. In their gray visions they obtain glimpses of eternity and thrill in waking to find that they have been upon the verge of the great secret. In snatches, they learn something of the wisdom which is of good and more of the mere knowledge which is of evil. Stupidity is a talent for misconception. Even in the grave, all is not lost.